Welcome back to another episode of the You've Got Mail podcast here on the Congratulations U1 channel, which has been dead now for a record-setting 3 months, I believe. It's been a while.
Wow.
Since we last uploaded.
Whose fault is that?
It's mine. It's mine.
It's not. No,
It's okay.
I mean it's all on us. We could have done this podcast like months ago, but like we didn't.
It's because we were
cool.
busy. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well-
I don't know. Should we go into detail about it?
Yeah, let's go into detail. That's
I mean,
fine.
put simply, I've just been really busy. Like, hardest year of school probably in my entire high school career, and in fact my entire school career, quote unquote. I'm making a super ambitious film, which is also just, you know, a step up from what I've ever made in the past, so I just haven't had the time. And finals just came around. That was a pain too. It's just been hard.
And now we finally have a break, so we can actually get to doing something.
Well, my film isn't done yet. It still needs work, but after that, when it's done, I do definitely want to get back into the groove of making some videos.
Yeah,
For sure.
no, me too.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably make something this week about The Last Jedi because I saw it again last night and it was fucking amazing.
Is that now your third time?
This is
Or
my
second?
second time.
Sarah, don't promise
Don't
anything
kink-shame me.
in videos because you'll end up having to do it.
Yeah.
Or you won't do it. Just
Okay, fine. Our 10 subscribers will hold me at gunpoint and make me make a Last Jedi video.
If they don't leave already because the channel is so dead, like I'm revoking my.
I'm pretty
my
sure most
subscription.
of it's like Jesse or parents.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna feel about the fact that you just revealed his name.
Oh, no mono and our parents.
Just
It doesn't
censor
really
that
matter.
out. We'll censor that out.
Also, Sarah, yeah. Sarah told my mom. Sarah's mom told my mom that this channel exists, and I did not want that to happen.
God.
Like that can't. Like that, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I've stayed pretty anonymous with my folks, so I don't think they know about this one quite yet.
Sarah's
They
a
barely-
snitch.
Snitches.
No, my mom
Get
sent
stitches.
it to my grandpa, and he apparently is playing it on like the speaker in the Philippines for like guests in the house. And so it's like me giving my Ghost in the Shell review.
So it's like
He's
so
just,
it's like
holding
it's like
it above his head
so it's
like the '80s movie.
Oh, his bingo friends come over. Oh, you want to see what my granddaughter did? Ghost in the Shell isn't that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I lied to my mom. I was like, "Yeah,
No.
that's just something I gave to Sarah."
Oh, that's not me. That's not me on that channel.
I mean, like I'll explain. Like we're not busy making things for
Yes,
this
we are.
channel. To be
Yeah.
clear,
Oh,
well, that's
no,
not
we're
what we've been doing.
Yeah, oh,
We've
yeah.
just been like
That's a good
flooded
point.
by other things.
If
And
anyone is confused, it's not. We're not busy making stuff for the channel. We're busy doing our own stuff.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Yes, because we
Yes.
have lives outside of this channel.
Yes.
Sorry, internet.
It's true. It's true. Well, we originally made this channel as like for like a summer thing. We wanted to do it over the summer mainly, and that didn't really work out because
Yeah,
we talked about it
'cause
too
we were
much over
all
the summer.
Also busy. During
Yeah.
The summer.
Look, the fact remains that I never thought that there was going to be a time during this channel where we weren't going to be busy doing something else. I always kind of saw. I think the problem is we tried to give ourselves too much of like a limit, like a video a month. Get out of here. That's not happening. So
We could at least try. I feel like a video a month is a good thing because then like,
Yeah, that's fine.
that's like way
12
less
videos
than
a
we
year.
than what we actually said. Like,
oh wait, no,
Yes.
wait. You're right. We did a video a week. Get out of here for that. A month. That's maybe
that's
more
fucking
doable.
insane.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's-
Yeah.
and it's hard to make them good. Like we could
Oh, yeah.
make some bad videos.
A week.
Or like
yeah.
you know, but like it's just really difficult to just like kind of script everything and like instruct it all, and then you also have all this other stuff going on, and like
Mhm.
for me at least it's kind of hard because I can't just sit in front of like a webcam or whatever and like
Hey, guys.
talk, you know,
Yeah.
or just like I can't do improv. I can't do things on the spot.
Okay,
I
you
kinda
need to like
just-
script it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
like write it all out.
Like, we have to sit down and write a script, then get the footage. Like, I know that I have to, like, this is probably illegal, but, like, I go in and, like, I actually record the movie just for that purpose. Maybe I should
I
blow
know.
that out.
No,
'cause that's
we're
illegal.
all obtaining the footage from our reviewed films. Totally.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
They're gonna get us. Uh-oh.
Yeah, our 10 subscribers are gonna turn us in. We're going to
Yeah.
jail.
For me, I mean, you guys have it easy. You don't have to actually film something and then sync sound and then make your fugly ass face look funny and interesting in editing.
Funny
But-
and interesting.
That's true.
I don't know. I guess I wouldn't, not to toot my own horn. I think I'm a pretty funny person, but it still it's still hard to make these sort of videos. It's a pain, you know. I was thinking about it. I mean, I want to continue my colloquial reviews series, obviously, but I'm trying to think of maybe a more like doable format. Like this podcast is pretty easy. We can just tune in. Yeah, I say it's easy, although we didn't upload for months. But like we can just like something where I can just like sit down and I can have essentially the video shot in like 3 hours, and I don't need to have anything really much planned in advance. So I'm trying to think of something like a format for that. Can't say I have one yet, but I'm sure we'll figure out something.
And like it's like a balancing between like making good content versus like making content that you can actually like create in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
Because like the Halloween episode was ridiculous for me to do.
That took
like,
so
that,
long.
Yeah. Also, I was like so tired during that shoot. I was not helping like at all. I was just hungry.
Well, that was fine, but like
No,
but,
it
like
wasn't,
the just like the editing, like I stayed up till like 1 like the night before Halloween. I was like, I have to do this.
Jesus.
But like I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that was
you know, like I put that way priority before anything else, which you know, like maybe it was my fault for undertaking a Halloween project, but like I don't know. I think it turned out good.
It was pretty good.
I
yeah.
just I probably should have given myself like way more time though.
We did shoot it kind of... Well, actually, I don't think we were bad at planning that out. It's just that we thought we could shoot... Because as I recall, we had to shoot 2 days when we originally only wanted to shoot 1. And we just got there to Isaac's house for the second half of the shoot. And we just realized that, like, there is no way we can finish the rest of it. Like, we had to shoot, like, something like 7 or something more scenes. So we had to move it to next week. Thankfully, we had gotten Sarah's stuff shot, so Sarah didn't have to come out. But
The
I
one
did.
shot was
Thank
Sarah.
God. Thank God.
I had to go out there and we had to finish up the shoot. And you and I kind of just combined and whatever, but whatever, it got done. Now Isaac did have to like basically kill himself to get that thing edited, but you know, it
Yeah,
worked.
I know it was fun though. Like I
Yeah.
did have to cut some ideas, like photoshopping a knife into my dead body or whatever. But like,
Yeah,
it was still fun to make, and I think like I think I did learn some stuff about like making sure you have enough dialogue and you've like scripted it enough.
for sure. Yeah.
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 And I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed the final product, and I liked the thumbnail, and I think overall it kind of just turned out. But if I hadn't, I'm not sure how I would have felt if I hadn't stayed up that late to do the editing, or like if I had just like pushed it back. I would have been. I think I would have like quit or something. I would have.
Yeah.
Something bad would have happened just because we had put so much effort into it, like in the shooting and stuff. Like me not editing on time would just been like a killer.
Yeah,
Haha.
I
Funny
agree.
joke.
Oh yeah, no pun intended.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's he speaks the truth. I mean, I suppose. Look, if I can't maybe speak for these two, but I've got to. I mean, I know you guys. Well, Isaac, I know you're doing not a film. You're doing more of an installation project, which is pretty sweet. Sarah, you're actually doing a film, as am I.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
can't speak to Isaac necessarily, and I don't know, Sarah, if you want to like upload your film on your channel or not. But hey, I haven't been making stuff on this channel for a while, but in like I want to say, I think I have it set to January 20th. There will be something fairly big dropping on my channel, so that'll be kind of cool. And then hopefully after that, I can start uploading some serious stuff on. Congratulations, you won. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I think we should continue the podcasts, like throughout that. Like we can do another podcast like at another time, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because it doesn't require like too much work for us. Like it's just like the everything beforehand is what kind of is like sets us off. We don't just turn like things on and then shoot. But for a podcast, we can just do that. But for like say a colloquial review, it's like you're scripting it, and like it's easy to just like be writing the script and then just kind of just not focus on it, you know, like
Yeah, exactly.
like
yeah.
oh, I've got like 3 weeks left, like I don't need to write this script yet or whatever.
It just sneaks up on you like super fast.
Yeah, which
And
is
we
kind
also-
of our fault.
Yeah, and we're also still in high school, so like we don't the you could say the job that we have of essentially doing homework and getting good grades, it's not as predictable because who knows, next week you're crazy teacher could just assign you one giant assignment, which is going to take you forever, aka the English class that these
it's not
two
like
are
we
in.
clock in from like 9 to 5 and then we're done. Like we have things outside that end up happening, and that's like a lot of the problem with the film program that we're not a problem, but like a lot of the film program we're in, we're not shooting at school. We got to do it on our own time. So like it's a lot of time that's not at school that you are like putting things together and figuring out what to do.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty good way to cover it up. Well, I mean, I was thinking because we've all seen Blade Runner since we last talked about it, and I'll be honest,
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember anything. I mean, I remember some of my main points, but I don't think I could talk about it as in detail. So maybe you just want to give a quick thing about your thoughts, and then we'll just move on. So I got tickets on like a Thursday, like a little bit like I saw it late at night. I had to like cram to do all my work done so I could make the time to do it, but I saw it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was sort of disappointed. I didn't hate the film. I thought it was a good film, but I just don't think it was as good as I wanted it to be, and it made me like the original much, much more.
It's too long. Way too long.
Oh, yeah. I have to
3
agree.
hours, man. Like, I get it. There are some movies that you can, like, sit down and be, like, totally engaged in. Like, Lord of the Rings. That's, like, 5 million hours. That was a joke. But, like, you can watch it. And there's just something so grueling about watching a 3-hour-long Blade Runner movie. But it was really good.
I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I saw it a couple times, and
you said you liked it enough to go see it multiple times. Yeah.
I think what really intrigued me about it is kind of just if you think of it as not just like a very clear plot and more as like an epic, like it kind of describes like the like changes of one guy and like his thought process throughout like one weirdly unnamed length of time. Yeah. And I don't know, I just find that kind of interesting. It may not change like how you think of it, but I think like if you think about it in that way and like the as it less of I think it works more mechanically as like a book kind of.
Like an Odyssey.
Yeah, like an Odyssey. Like if you watch the movie and you like pattern out like actions that happen, it's not as straightforward as a lot of movies. Like they kind of like it takes him different places seemingly at kind of random points, like, oh, he's in an orphanage now. Oh,
it definitely the movie throws you like a lot of curveballs in terms of its plot. And maybe that's sort of my fault to some extent, because I kind of was expecting, I think, a more straightforward movie. Because the original Blade Runner, while like the world it develops and the visuals that it has, it was totally before its time, and it looks totally amazing. But the story, it was interesting, but like the way it was told, the structure was pretty basic, and that's not a bad thing. Films can totally have like simple story progression. Mm-hmm. I think with this one though, it was a lot more unique, because I mean it's by what's his name, the guy who directed Sicario,
Denis Villeneuve.
He's some Japanese name. I honestly think part of the reason why I felt so disappointed when I came out of the theater was because I had expectations which I shouldn't have. I think that's partially my fault, but I also think there were just aspects of the film I just think were kind of dumb, and there was that whole like subplot. I mean, we're gonna get into some spoiler territory, so okay. So now, go see the movie if you want to. It's your last chance. 3, 2, 1. Skip ahead like 10 minutes if you don't want to hear this. Okay, so I didn't like the whole subplot about like there being like an underground like group of replicates, because I didn't think that was a bad subplot as is. It just was not fleshed out enough at all. They just introduced it and then just took it away.
Like the one weird prostitute who was like being like really seductive in the court, just like she just came back later in the movie and like served that one purpose to like be his girlfriend in a physical form, and then was also a big part of the robot rebellion. It's just like dumb, and like foreshadowing is something that
I don't know how I felt about like the fact that she was part of the rebellion. I actually really liked the scene where like essentially like the hologram sex scene. I thought that was really beautiful and well shot. But the subplot about there being an underground army, it just was like so tacked on at the end. Like,
yeah.
And we were talking about this like a second ago about how the film, like the way it communicates stuff, and Isaac, you mentioned like location, it's definitely unique. But with that one, for example, like as I recall, there are only 2 quote unquote scenes that take place in that like underground like army place. Or not army place, like wherever the rebellion
is. Sewers.
Yeah, but
water.
you don't know where it is. Like you just have no clue where it is, and that just it does a weird thing to you, especially in a movie when you see like a fairly essential place with a fairly essential like subplot, aka there being a whole like rebellion or resistance, and you don't even know where it is.
Hold on.
What?
Oh god, my heater just went on.
Welcome back. There might be a strange cut in there somewhere because Isaac's heater started turning on, and then we had a bit of a spook because we thought Sarah wasn't recording. So we thought Sarah wasn't recording her audio, but it all worked out. I think we were talking about Blade Runner. I don't know where we were, but we gave our thoughts. Spoilers are over, I guess. Yeah, I mean, any last points? Because I said what I want to say. Any last points on your guys' part?
As much as Cole likes to bitch about the ending and how it wasn't dramatic enough and how you couldn't see, I thought that was a boss-ass scene.
I didn't like that scene at all. I'm sorry. I thought it was dark. I didn't know where it was taking place.
Dope.
I thought the
I knew
music
exactly
choice.
where it was taking place.
Okay,
I
just want to say one thing. What I've noticed with a lot of movies is like, and this actually has changed my opinion about Ghost in the Shell, is that like.
What was your opinion originally?
Like, I thought it was okay, but like.
Oh, now do you hate it?
No. I realize, like, a lot of things in movies, like, are just, like, there's so much work and art put into that. Like, just the minute details of a movie can have so much work and art in it. So, like the costumes in Blade Runner and the...
Yep.
The,
Hold
like,
on.
the props and just, like, maybe the gun design and, like, just how the light works and, like, all of that stuff... Like it definitely puts things more in favor in just like of movies in general. Just because if you notice just how much, not just work but like separate art pieces are in it, it can like change your perspective on like different things. That's just.
I agree with you that.
I
agree with you a lot. I can't say that this was the movie that like convinced me of that, and. I'm sorry, but I think the costumes in this Blade Runner were, like, just lazy. I mean, freaking Harrison Ford's costume was a shirt and pants. Like, it wasn't that, in my opinion, very innovative. I was more impressed by, like, the Hunger Games costumes, because those were really cool. But I do agree with you, Isaac. There was a lot of... You could tell there was a lot of effort put into this movie. And it was done by... what's his name again? Japanese man. He's not Japanese. He obviously cared about it. He's French. He obviously cared about it, and I think he did a good job and made money. I mean, the fans liked it. So while I personally can't say I loved it, I can appreciate the work that went into it.
Yeah, like, art direction plays a huge piece into the movie, and, like, I just rewatched The Last Jedi last night, and, like, the entire time I was doing the annoying thing where I'd, like, talk to the person next to me as in my friend, and I was just like... This is a metaphor. This is parallels between Kylo and Rey. This means this. Remember, this is a callback to this. And, like, they put so much effort into, like, the little metaphors that they had within the lighting and the shots and the costuming. It was so good, and I think I'm going to do a video about that, but there's no footage of what I would be talking about.
Yeah, you have to wait, like, at least a month before someone pirates that. Yeah, I just saw the Disaster Artist last night with Henry. It was pretty good. And I'm seeing Star Wars, I think, in a couple of days. Because I'm going to be with my family, and I already know what's going to happen. I had the whole thing spoiled to me on 4chan, so I know exactly what's going to happen.
What bitch?
Okay,
so, Isaac, want to get muted, Isaac?
No. Let's not do that.
Okay.
I just want to talk about like the content that's going to be on our channel. I feel like
yes, ma'am.
I kind of want to do some other kind of things on, not just like based around movies on the channel. And I feel like I want to just like spread out. Like I want to do like a culture critique or something, or like
a culture critique.
I agree. I've been interested. I've been thinking about doing some sort of video game related thing. I'm not talking like a Let's Play channel. I'm talking like reviewing older games, because I've been going to the flea market a lot and I've had a pretty decent collection of vintage consoles now. So I want to be reviewing some old PS2 games. Like, you can't see it, but I got Vice. I got Vice. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Cole. What's up?
I think dies.
Shocker there. Shit.
He does though, right?
I'm not saying anything.
He does. I saw it online. He does, and apparently it has the forest. I know this because I watched a Robert Frank 615 video, and he spoiled the entire thing unintentionally. He was like, "Today is Monday, International Chess Day.
Why did you stop
I just saw Star Wars, and you're telling me Princess Leia." Oh wait, Isaac's listening.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Mute us, because I'm gonna read an excerpt.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
It's fine.
we're
It's
not
fine.
talking
Let's
about-
finish up the
No,
podcast.
No, it's so funny. Come on.
We were talking about how what
Isaac wants to
what
make
we
some
want
like
to do with our
different
content.
things other than make reviews about things other than movies and TV shows. And I was talking about how I was maybe considering doing like a video game thing, video game
I'm doing
thing.
a video game thing.
That'd be cool. Look, I think okay. I spent so much time I think like already doing film and stuff at high school as is. I kind of get burnt out on it. So for me, the idea of like video games, it's just like release from the thing I already spend so much time thinking about, aka movies and TV. So I agree with Isaac. I think I'm considering doing that.
Yeah. I'm definitely I definitely have a Witcher thing in the works. Like, I definitely want to go back to that because I love that game and I just played it like last year and it was amazing. It took up my life. I'm definitely going back to I'm going back to The Witcher, and then I might also go back to The Last Airbender because
the show
that was really It's that's
great
still
show.
a TV show, but that's old enough to be really cool.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, I think I just want to I don't know, just kind of what I want to do is just kind of move away, maybe entirely from, or not entirely, but just some of my content away from art-based stuff and more, I don't know, in something else, because I feel like there's a lot of not oversaturation, but just a lot of stuff, and I kind of want to try to do something new. At the same time, we were just talking about how we have to be able to make something that's doable
and not
and
entertaining.
Quality,
yeah,
which might be is more difficult when I try to do something new. The forgot the video, what the video was called, the one with the camera. That one took way too long to do, and
the getting the spark.
Yeah, because I shot way too I shot all of it, so it just ended up there was, and I edited it a ton. But I don't think, because I was trying to do something different with my with how the video essay was going, and
your format,
of using a bunch of other clips, I could make my own. But that kind of stuff also makes it way harder to produce content.
Yeah. One more thing before we'll wrap it up in a sec. But one more thing I want to bring up is in relation to this is that we could also do more collaborative things because we're all friends who live close to each other. We could make more videos together, instead of having to make our own individual projects. So maybe we can figure out something there.
Okay.
I think that's not a bad idea, especially now that we're gonna have hopefully in the next 3 weeks. By the end of the next week, we'll hopefully not the next week. By the end of in 3 weeks, in a month, we'll have more time. So maybe around that time we can hang out more. We can actually make more collaborative videos and get this freaking channel up and going again, which would be great.
Fuck yeah, man!
Choo choo on the YouTube train.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Yeah.
It just sounds like you're sneezing multiple times.
Achoo.
Achoo! Achoo!
I don't know anyone who actually sneezes. That's not true.
I know this one kid in my math class who literally he goes achoo, achoo. That's how he sneezes. That's it. That's all I got. We're done. We'll see you next time.
3,
hopefully.
2, 1.
See ya!
Achoo.
Oh gosh.
Okay, bye.
Wait, no. Oh, okay.